Hello, thank you for stopping by on another one of my videos. This one is a bit of an unexpected video. This video was supposed to be a specification overview of my Tokyo Marui Hi Capa gold match and how it's evolved. However, a friend recently put me on to this particular brand of pistol. I've been looking for something just to play around with. My Marui is pretty much finished now. So this seemed like a fairly decent time to get a new toy to play with. This is the Golden Eagle 5.1 Hi Capa. This is the 3340 model. There are about 7 versions of this Hi Capa which are currently out on the market. I paid £99.99 for this particular model. I bought it from Bespoke Airsoft yesterday. Might have been the day before, so very fast delivery. They also had an offer on where you use the discount code SAVE5, so I also saved 5% on the total of my basket. Delivery was £4.99, so I ended up paying £99.98 delivered to my door. So less than 100 quid for a Hi Capa. So let's see what's going on. So it comes with a case, a nice plasticky case. It says something about VCRA, you've got to have a defense, which I have. Also says where it was drop shipped from. Thank you, iWholesales. So if your local retailer buys from iWholesales, they can get you one of these. Comes stickered on the front. You get the appropriate sticker for the model that you buy, and it has 2 fairly nice little clips on the front to hold it together, as well as some padlocking points. So huge plus there. So let's open it up and see what have we got in here. So it is a 90 degree. You can't open it anymore, which is going to make life incredibly awkward for me because my camera is up here on an angle coming this way. So if I like flat, you're not going to see a lot of what's going on. So let's use some tactical grease. Just that I really should have thought about this, shouldn't I? Tactical grease will do for now because we're going to get rid of the case. So opening the case up, what do we have in here? We have a speed loader, which is fairly cheap, but it does, as most people will show you, have the adapter so that you can fill pistol mags. It's quite nice to make sure you get a good fill of your magazines there. We have the obligatory bag of shite BBs, so I'm going to chuck those over there. We have a little unjamming rod, which is quite nice. It's a little bit on the piss, but never mind, I will always use my Marui one. And we have the pistol itself. So let's take this out. Let's move the case out of the way. Put the pistol down, Stephen, and put the grease over here. So there she is. Quite plain to look at it. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the magazine because I don't currently have iPro on. There we have it. It's pretty plain. I'm not going to go through 1,000,001 points of comparing it to what a standard Marui is, but out of the box, what drew me to this was the kind of look of the thing. It has the flared magwell on the bottom. It has this kind of textured grip, a bit of a honeycomb kind of look going on. It's not quite the circular pattern you get on the John Wick wannabes. It is more of a kind of a honeycomb press, but it's quite nice. This is, I would probably class it as an extended mag release. It is a little bit longer than what a normal one would be. You get this super cool cutout underneath on the bottom side of the trigger guard here, which is absolutely, I don't know if I can show you like this, but absolutely fantastic. You can really get your finger in that notch, and obviously if you're crossing hands and that kind of thing, you can. It's shaped really well. No gripping points on the front of it though. The integrated rail is very nice on this. Bit more real rail than what you get on the gold match frames, and of course with it being a 5.1 frame, it's cut back short. So you know, obviously you get a 4.3 frame which sits about here, or you get the gold match frame which is kind of cut at an angle here. This is a short frame with the rail built in, so it's not like you're having to bolt something on like you do with the Marui. So plus points there. We have a black trigger, which is fairly, fairly across the board. Black slide stop, black grip screws, black beaver tail, black safety, black hammer. Don't get a black hammer on the Maruis, don't get black screws on the Maruis, they're silver. You get a metal slide. It is Chinesium. It's not the best of slides. It's a little bit loose. There's a little bit of play in that, which isn't the end of the world. You can feel it when you turn it over. You can feel the slide kind of. I don't know if you can hear it actually. So you can hear it just kind of chonking. Rear sights, they are fairly standard rear sights. They are steel. And you get a front sight which is steel with a wannabe fibre optic insert. I'm probably going to cut that out and put a real fibre in. But ultimately, you get a pretty decent looking pistol for the money. You get a little serial number on the side, but apart from that, you don't get any of the Ops MRP, the 45 cal, basically any of the copy bollocks. It's just a fairly nice, I want to use the word sober. It's just a non-branded gun, so you probably do pretty well from that. So alongside that, you obviously do get a 5.1 size magazine. This is oddly the only 5.1 magazine I possess now, saying I have so many Kappas and I'm so into them. Everything I run is 4.3 size, or I've converted it. So fairly standard magazine. The lips don't look awful. You can feel a little bit cheap. We'll see how they fare up if I ever use the mag. Wow, the spring is very, very hard. That might just be through lucky use, it being brand new. Yeah, it's not too bad. Router's quite nice. You get a lovely big, I don't know if you can see that on the flow valve there. Very big pressure area. That's quite nice. I'm not going to push that because it may have some gas in there. And then you get this kind of shaped mag base, which is kind of what you get with a lot of these pistols. Nice solid sound as it goes in there. And what I'll do, I'm just going to drop that back out. And I'm going to... Pretty decent sound from it, and yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. So the other kind of clone I've had my hands on recently have been the Army Armament, specifically the R501, where the trigger pull, although it was okay, it was quite heavy because I'm used to taking Maria. It's not a very heavy pull, it's quite a nice smooth pull. This doesn't require a lot of power. I'll just take up to about, there's hardly anything there actually. You kind of take it up, so it's quite nice trigger pull there. So what I'm going to do with it right now is I'm going to stick the high capacity HPA Mag of Doom. This is the one which starred in my last video and leaked like buggery. I've now fixed it. I'm going to stick that into it. I chrono everything at 80 PSI with 2.5s. It's kind of my benchmark. It's what I run when I'm indoors. I don't need to push 350 FPS with everything all the time. That would be about 313 on 2.5s, obviously. But 80 PSI is what I benchmark my other Kappas off, my main build, if you like, my Gucci build, my gold match. That runs about 1.05 joules. It's doing about 300. So let's put a few rounds over the Chrono. You're probably not going to be able to turn around to see this. You'll probably hear it, so you can hear it shoot. And if it self-destructs, then you'll get a good laugh at that. So as always, I'm pro on. Okay, iPro's on. So I don't know if you can see that there. I want to try and put it into camera as much as I can for you. Oh, camera's at a dodgy angle. It's not awful looking. Let's rack it. Ooh, good sound. Right. Okay, Chrono. So this is an X3200 Chrono. I do apologise for the blank screen. And go. Wow, 303, 301, 302, 300, 302, 304, 303, 299, 302, 304, 300, 302, 301, 301, 302, 302, 299 and out. Wow. That is pretty impressive. For saying this is not modified in any way, this is box fresh. All I've done is stuck a HPA converted mag straight up inside it and I've shot. I've not cleaned any barrels, I've not set any hop. A green gas mag, I mean, it's room temperature in here. I would expect a green gas mag to probably be performing around about the 300 FPS with a 2, maybe 310. It's fairly heavy, we've got a lot of weight on the top, but it shot really well. My only criticism at this point of this handgun is that, my God, the recoil is heavy. I'm used to shooting with lightweight BBUs and lightweight this and lightweight that on the top. You know, full on aluminium slides and all the other gubbins. This is heavy, so that will be a point of my attention as I'm beginning to modify this, because it's not going to stay like this. I'm going to use the base and I'm going to mod out on it. That will be a point of my attention. So what we'll do is we'll start digging in now and we'll just have a bit of a strip down and we'll just see if we can see any points, anything which we want to improve. Straight away, I can hear something I want to improve. It's that. That Golden Eagle, if you're watching, is fucking awful. It's supposed to be a non-drop barrel, but what it actually is a fucking floppy barrel. So let's pull it apart and let's have a look. Ooh, look how far back the slide goes. Again, I'm used to using short stroked guns, so pulling a slide back isn't really like that. I'm like, oh my God, it's going everywhere. And it's not. It's normal, Stevo. Okay, let's put this. I'm going to go over this bit first, just purely because I do very little with my guns here. As far as I'm concerned, it's got a hammer. The hammer comes back, you pull the trigger, it shoots. For those who are interested, what the insides look like, if we can get the camera to focus. There you go. Ah, there we go. That's what it looks like. There we go. That's what it looks like. Back of the frame. There you go. That's what it looks like. There's nothing special here. It's nice. It's pretty. What is worth mentioning at this point is inside this channel, as you come down here, there are two little indents here. An Airsoft Masterpiece frame, like my Infinity, will not fit onto this. It's also worth mentioning at this point that should you possess a gold match slide, it will also not fit on because of the additional slide reinforcement there. Because their frame does not, their slide does not have it, the gold match does have it. No doubt if you take it off, it will fit. Might be a pretty nice looking piece if you did that. Anyway, I'm going too far in the wrong direction with this. So that's the lower half. Let's sit that there because we're not interested in that. Slide stop. Right. The fun bit. Okay. So we've got metal slide. Interesting. Rear sight is adjustable by the look of that. Yes, it is. I That's quite nice. Rattly as. So what we got here? We'll pull this back. We have. Oh, hello. Oh wow. Okay. Catch that before it was flying off. Black metal guide rod plug. Average quality. We're already starting to erode down the inside channel of that, which probably isn't the best thing in the world. Really soft shit spring. That thing is just providing nothing. And we have a single piece guide rod plug, although for some reason it does have a drilled hole in the middle. Now I went hello because at the back of this guide rod plug it does have that indent, so if you're running a 1911 style hop, they have the pin in the bottom and the pin kind of hooks into there and it holds it all nice and steady. Single rubber buffer on the back of that just to take a bit of the impact off. It's taking no impact off. This recoil is flipping terrible. Or too much. If you like heavy recoil, buy this gun. So the next bit we're going to do, we're going to slide it. I just want to emphasise this. Yeah, pretty good seal on that nozzle into that standard hop rubber. Hop rubber, use the correct wording, Steve-O. So we have a very cheap shit gold outer barrel. It is threaded. The outer barrel is threaded, so you can put an adapter in, so you can either run a tracer like a real indoor boss, or you can run a suppressor like a big vagina. Not a lot more to say to that other than the fitment on it is awful. It just loose as crap. I don't like the fitment on that. In fact, it just falls apart on you anyway. So if anything's going to fail on this gun, it's going to be that first. Good side, medium side, good side, shit bit, shit corner just off camera that you can't see. Put the grip there. Grip is good, barrel is shit, they're medium. We have a brass barrel, nothing to shout home about, it's just a standard brass barrel. We have a silver hopper palm. Hooray, silver. Fairly standard hop, plastic hop wheel. The hop up adjustment works. Yeah, you won't be able to see that. Hop adjustment does work. Nothing special going on there. However, I will just pull your attention to the bottom of the hop up arm here, in that we have the hook. We have the hook that hooks in, that holds everything nice and stable. So if this hop unit is actually better made, which it's probably not, than a maple leaf, I have got an upgrade on my hands just here. I would normally swap, I mean, on a TM, I'll leave the TM in. If it's not a TM, I'd normally go to a maple leaf just for a bit of consistency. In this case, I'm not going to. And interestingly, there is a small block just screwed on here on the side just to make that fitment. Nice. That's that. So I'll put the barrel in the average pile. God, I can go back into that pile. So then it comes back to the slide in the BBU. Now I've got to tell you, it's heavy. I don't know why it's heavy. I suspect that big piece of fucking steel at the back here is a part of it. The BBU, it's a bit lackluster. Should be snapping. It's not snapping. I mean, it just fed pretty well for me. So it's obviously performing to a certain degree, but I like my nozzles to snap back. Let's pull her apart a bit more. A screw can go in the maybe pile. I heard something drop. Oh dear, that's not great. Oh dear, that's not great. Okay, so Jesus. Okay, so it's a TM style nozzle. By that I mean it's got the screw going in, yeah, from the top. Not like the nice funky cow-cows where they have a pin going across. You can see down into there, it's pretty alright. If it's a loading nozzle and it works, that's fine. Most aftermarket nozzles I find are slightly stronger than a TM nozzle. You can already see though that there's a moulding line there, so that's going to be a weakness, and that's going to be one of the first things which goes on this gun. Tell you that now. Looking at the BBU itself, the piston just looks fairly standard, nothing too exciting to shout home about. Standard piston head addition BBU, so it's not using an O-ring, which is fine. I prefer piston heads. Yeah, weight wise, I would probably say it's probably going to be a gram or two lighter than your TM unit. Obviously, it's not going to be a lightweight blowback unit for the kind of price point that we're on. Bit of swarf from around the back of the BBU there. It's cheap. It is cheap. It will thread easily. Loading nozzle spring. Wow, that is on the piss already. So that thing isn't great. Again, even on my stock builds, I like to throw a 140 spring in just to keep it snappy. What I will probably end up doing with this is putting a 140 spring in, and I'll end up putting my TM blowback unit into this. In fact, what the hell, let's do it. Let's have a play while we're in here. What's that? Aha! There's that. What's that? Yep. So there's my TM blowback. In fact, I don't think there's a lot in those actually. Okay, there's an interesting comparison. Like most blowback units, you have to remove the little arm off there to get the to get it in. I wonder why that is. That's interesting because for saying it's a clone, it's I don't think the BBU is cloned. While we're doing it, let's stick nozzle into a TM housing. Okay, yeah, not quite as snug. Oh, not quite as snug a fit. Ah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you do need to remove the arm to fit it in, otherwise you end up doing what I've just done and getting it stuck. Come on. There we go. You're out. Right. That's not going in. Just for argument's sake, so I've got it to hand. That's a TM nozzle. That's a very wet TM nozzle. Why are you wet? Too much oil. Go easy. So let's have a quick comparison of those. Yeah. No, the TM's got a seam line there as well. To be fair, actually, yeah, nozzle is pretty close match up. How does that? Oh yeah. Oh, that's significantly better. I might be tempted just to leave that nozzle in. In fact, I'll put it there. Right. Obviously that little spring is going to need swapping out as well at some point. And I've probably mixed my screws up as well. It's always handy. In fact, that's not too bad. Let us rebuild. So I'm not going to oil this because it's going to get another strip down at some point very soon anyway. I don't see the point right now because it's going to get a strip down. Is that right? That's right. So yeah, so the only thing I'm not going to take off at this point is this sight because it looks to be pretty heavily fixed on. I don't have my punches yet, so when the punches turn up, it'll come out. I will be swapping that for a plastic sight just to try and relieve some weight off this thing and get it moving a bit faster. So as you'd expect with a metal slide, BBU just drops straight back in first time. None of this stretching the bloody thing malarkey. And okay, we're in. Just back it off a touch, squeeze it up. Nip tight. Only ever needs to be nip tight. Yeah, so I mean, in general, I would say pretty nice gun, pretty well put together. It's got some nice cutouts in this slide. I really can't wait to get that off and see what the weight's like. I think when it's running lightweight BBU, it's going to be an absolute murderer, and I've got some plans for it, which I will go over very, very shortly. So let's just reassemble this. Pop that back in there. It's a real good scrunch together when you put it in. However, if I hold the hop unit, just doesn't hold. It's just not right. It's just not right, and that will. It's not would. That will drive me batshit crazy. So that's getting swapped. Get the little hooky jobby thing in. That's going to be such a pain. Ha! That's going to be such a pain. Right. Finally, you on there. Help. Wow. How bad is that? The barrel has rocked itself out of position already. Jesus Christ. I have a plan. Slide stock back in. Boop. Yay. The sticker I am peeling off is my individual Made in China sticker, just to complete the brandless look there, and I'm going to stick that on the BB packet. Mag in. I've still got iPro on. There you have it. The Golden Eagle 5.1 Hi Capa 3340. Is it worth £99.99? Kind of. If you are a skirmisher and you want to buy a Hi Capa to stick in your holster, to pull out when needed, and shoot fools because they're close, or just quickly go into a CQB building or something, no, this isn't the pistol for you. The recoil is heavy. I don't like the wobble at the front end, and the fitment just seems to be a little bit off. If you're a skirmisher, spend another 30 quid and buy a proper Marui Hi Capa, and it will see you for years and years and years. If you are into your Hi Capas a little bit, and you are not going to build yourself a £1,000 pistol every single time, yes, pick one of these up. This is cloned, and a very, very tight clone to what the TM stuff is. Price comparison right now in the UK, these are £99.99, and the cheapest 5.1 government edition, so just a standard black one I could find, because no one wants the two-tone silver shit thing. The government edition, the cheapest I could find, is £129.99 and then £5 delivery. With that, you obviously get a standard Marui base. You don't have a lot of anything. There's not a lot you're going to save from it. With this, you've got some parts you're probably going to use from it. I will use this bottom for a long time to come. This bottom will probably be the longest going thing on this gun. The slide will probably last me a long time, as will the plug and the rod. Now what I have got, and what I do intend to do, which is going to be a future video, is a little tub of parts. So this will be the next video where we have some fun in here. Now straight away, I have a Marui nozzle. I think I'm going to install that anyway. Along with the Marui nozzle is going to be the Marui nozzle return spring, just because I can. I might even take the arm off the BBU just so that it's running Marui, just so I know that it is, and I prefer the piston heads on the Marui stuff. Now what I've also got in here is I've got a silver standard 5.1 outer barrel, which isn't going to bring anything more to this game. It's going to make my Golden Eagle a Silver Eagle. The only thing which is gold on the entire pistol is that shonky-ass outer barrel, which rattles like fuck. If I put a silver plastic outer barrel in, it's going to dull it off. It's just going to thud. So that's great. Stay. Other goodies that I've got in here, I do have a stainless 113-602 Elite barrel. Every Hi Capa needs a barrel upgrade. Also got a PDI Palsonite, which I came across and was a gift to me from a very, very, very giving store, and I don't know what the word is, very generous store. It took me 2.5, nearly 3 months to get hold of this, and it turned out the store had sent the wrong barrel. They went to send me a stainless barrel, they sent me the Palsonite. Although the Palsonite is technically on paper better, it's not stainless. It's stainless but coated, but coatings wear off. But this is my play gun. Might put that in there. In addition to that, I've got a silver guide rod plug, which would probably, and this is an Airsoft Masterpiece one, and that would probably give me a bit more confidence over that. So that might happen. Couple of highlights there. We have a 120 recoil spring, which is probably going to go in as well, just to try and remove some of that nasty, horrible recoil. Isn't it strange? A heavier recoil spring gives you less recoil. In addition to that, I've got 2 random O-rings. They're off mag base screws, they're not going in. And I also have the leftovers from my Cow short stroke kit. This short stroke kit I will have made stretch across 3 different pistols. I have the black and blue in my Gucci build. I have the 2 yellows in my 4.3 skirmish build. So this will take 2 reds and a washer. Washer obviously just to help that recoil spring turn. So that will be a video for another night. I will probably install all of those. I will lose the threaded barrel, which I'm not happy about, but where I play occasionally in the woods, they have a really nice village area, they have a really nice castle area, they have a really nice maze area, and quite a nice bridged area. As well as the tanks might be quite good there, and they also have speedball, and so I could do with an outdoor build that I don't mind gumming up. My 4.3 skirmish build is a sniper sidearm. This is going to be more of a Gucci baby, kind of semi-Gucci. Like I say, it's a play gun, so I might actually end up chucking all this stuff in it just to see how it performs. So yeah, please do like, subscribe, comment, tell me how stupid I am, tell me that I shouldn't be buying Golden Eagles with my hard-earned cash, tell me that I should be buying Marui's because Marui is the elite brand, and also tell me that I shouldn't be putting PTFE tape on my hot rubbers because it's what noobs do. So there we go. If you've got any comments or you want to know anything more about the Golden Eagle 3340 Hi Capa, please let me know down in the comment section. You can pick these up from Bespoke Airsoft. They're £99.99. Do you know what? I think it's a pretty decent buy. Thank you.